obviously you had a fight announced. There was a fight in the works for you, a Vegas fight.
Yeah, it was against. I can't pronounce his name, but they call him Bomba.
Yeah.
I can say it now, obviously, because he's on the card. Summit Consuales, he's a bit of a jiu-jitsu stud again.
Yeah.
I think might even been on the main card, I don't know, but it was a big deal. It was a big card to be on.
So what happened?
Obviously, in my last fight, I damaged my shoulder. It turns out I probably dislocated it, and I've stretched all the ligaments, holding it in place. I've damaged the bicep tendon, and I've damaged the capsule. So now I've got to have an operation to put it all right, and then I'll be ready to go again.
And what's the time frame on that? Obviously, are you waiting on the NHS, or is it being done a little more privately than that?
That's being done private. If I was waiting on the NHS, I think I'd have to retire. Send my contract to someone else, if that was the case.
Talking of contracts, I think your manager announced that is he retired or just stepped away for a little bit?
I think he's just stepping away for a bit.
Right.
I think I don't know. He said he's that was it, but he'll probably come back.
And how does that leave you as far as being managed?
Well, he's looking after me for just a little bit longer until I get myself sorted. So he'll probably end up staying with me now. But yeah, we'll see how that one goes. When a good bloke he is, looked after me well.
He always spoke highly of you, man. So I was surprised when he announced that he was stepping away.
Yeah, and me. I was like, no. I just had an email that he's like, Bradley, have you checked your email? And it's like, he sent it to me like 3 weeks before, saying that he was giving it all up. And I was like, no. Check my emails. Not until you tell me to. Like, I've got a list of shit lined out, and all these messages I haven't read. Oh.
Well, we know how good you are at, making arrangements and then sticking to them. So,
Well, when you texted me last time saying, I was waiting for an interview off someone else I didn't really want to do an interview with.
So why didn't you just say I don't want to do an interview with you, front row or on the phone?
No. I didn't realise, because I didn't have your number saved. So I thought it was this other person. I was like, no, I'm walking my dog. And then when I found out it was you, I was like, no! I was like, I've messed up. I was like, no, it's my favourite interview. I was like, God.
I think they put that interview up on YouTube as well.
No, they didn't.
It was an audio one, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that day.
No, I know which days. Yeah, the day he stiffed us for the dog.
It was the day I skiffed you up for the dog, even I wasn't walking my dog.
How is the dog? All right.
Oh, I took her downstairs in case she piss or shits during the interviews. I put her outside. She gets on my nerves. Fighter's dog, mind. Fighter's dog.
You talked about you picked up your injury in the last fight, and we didn't get a chance really to catch up with you as we might after that. With the benefit of hindsight now and looking back, what are your views on, the Claudio Henrique fight and how it went down?
I thought it was a shit fight. I tried to make it interesting, but I thought it was a really, really poor fight. I mean, even when he had me in good positions, he did nothing. In terms of the rule, in a fight he lost, in the rules of MMA he won. Do you know what I mean? He did hold me down. I should have been able to get up. He was a lot stronger and heavier on top than what I was predicting. I thought he was going to be a little bit more aggressive on top to give me some space, but there was no space. There was no ground and pound either. There was no real ground and pound. There was touching me, but there was no real ground and pound. So I didn't give me any space to get up. When I did get up, he was quite awkward to stand up. Now I fought him. If I fought him again, I know it'd be horrible. I'd make sure there's claret everywhere. I'd know exactly what to do. I think even with the eye gouges now, I'm going to just man up and just carry on. Eye gouge or walk. Every time I got an eye gouge, he ended up with like a 3-4 minute rest, and his cardio was atrocious. So, I learnt a lot, met a lot of experience. I know not to be so nice and respectful to my opponent ever again. If he fakes something, I'm going to make sure it's worth the faking.
Sorry.
I was going to say, obviously, we don't want you to come on here and slag the referee off, but there was a lot of you looking at the ref to say, should I carry on, shouldn't carry on? And I was almost shouting out, just fucking kill him!
It wasn't that wasn't the ref's fault. The ref clearly said, finish him, right? And I genuinely believed, before I even looked at the ref, that I hit him in the dick. I thought, oh, that was a low blow. He went down instantly, and I thought, ooh, sorry, mate. And I thought to myself, well, there's another 5-minute rest he's going to get. And then I looked over at the ref, and he was like, nah, finish him. And I was like, nah, I'm sure I hit him in the dick. I looked over at him, and I was like, yeah, he's definitely holding his groin. And then the crowd started booing. I don't know if they were booing at me or booing at him, and it turns out they were booing at him. I should have just gone for it, really, shouldn't I?
And as far as the eye pokes, obviously they're always going on about there should be new gloves or anything. Do you think it should just be an automatic point deduction if you get eye poked?
Not once, not twice, but 3 times. Fuck's sake. Times. I know. And I tell you, it does make a difference. It puts you off my rhythm. Every time I got gouged, I was on a rhythm. I was kicking his butt. I was prancing forward, cutting him off, and he was getting disheartened. As soon as he eye gouged me, he'd have enough energy to shoot again, whereas before he didn't have enough energy to shoot. But it's still my fault. I still should have. I mean, I've been away in America for 16 weeks. I had no excuse not to be able to stuff his takedowns and stuff.
So, you know, it with the benefit of hindsight, you know, the next opponent you have, unless the referee has told you no, are you just going in?
That's it, Daff. That's it. Even if it's ground and pound, if the ref says stop, he's got to grab me now. That's it. I'm never letting no North have easy again. He cost me half my wages, and he started, you know. And the thing that made it worse is after the fight, is he played on in his interview. He made out I still hit him in the dick, and everyone I could clearly see I didn't.
Yeah.
I hit him above the belt, above the waistline on the shorts, and he was there saying, "Well, man, I'm a warrior, you know." I was like, "What?" I hit you in the guts with a soft kick. So I'm a warrior. I had to just bite my teeth, and I trained to kill every day in training. I was like, "What the fuck? What fight were you in?" I was never in any threat of being killed at all in that fight. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even when he went for submissions, he let go instantly just so he could be in a slightly more dominant. He wasn't going to go for anything.
We've spoken to some fighters who have said categorically that if you get poked in the eye, it's not by accident. Are there situations where it's just unavoidable, or is it? You know, should you not be having an open hand near your opponent's face?
The thing is with Claudio, he was looking away as he done it, because he was trying to run away. Trying to clear distance. I'm going to say he's a damage for pussy, but he was trying to clear distance. He was trying to get away, and he put his hands up 3 times and gouged me in the eye. I mean, like, you know, once is enough. The ref should be, look, you can't do that. Keep your hands up high. You won't get hit as much if you keep your hands up high anyway. You know, 3 times, and then to say afterwards, you know, I'm never going to deduct a point because it's always an accident. You know, it's pretty gets on your nerves a little bit.
But I noticed on Twitter you had Dana White on your side.
Yeah, that felt good, but you know, Dana White wasn't giving me twice the pay there, was he? After he wasn't on my side, and I'd actually won the.
Sure, we'll make sure Dana gets that, shall we?
She passes that on to Dana. Instead of just saying I won, hating like I won, yeah. The thing is that every time I fight, I always get the crowd up screaming. Do you mean I do get the crowd going in my fights and stuff? But I'm just not the best when it comes to like media and that, and crap with like Twitter, Facebook. Oh, so boring.
But everyone loved interviewing you on your
I don't
profile.
mind interviewing. Yeah, interviewing's cool, but that's not on Twitter, is it? Sort of, oh. What am I doing? Oh, eating my boxing gloves. Oh, I don't read it, but believe it or not, fans do read it. It's mad, isn't it? Absolutely mad.
You know, you're a man of influence now.
I know, it's weird, isn't it? People look up to me and stuff.
You're like a role model.
I know, that's what people can't understand. How can I be a role model? I can't look after myself.
Heck, you know, if you can get half the people that follow you listening to the Wurzels, perhaps there'll be some decent music on the radio again.
Oh, I know. It would be a long time waiting for that. I played that song with John Crouch, and thought it was the devil music. Splashing holy water around, he was disgusted.
You're obviously in fairly high spirits now, but the shoulder injury, you know, when can we realistically expect to see you back in, and how are you using the time positively?
Well, another one of the things I realised in my last fight, I didn't feel strong. I felt that was the lightest I've been. I don't know if I've only been in middleweight for 2 fights, but I was a lot lighter this time. I'd lost a lot more weight in America, and I hadn't really done much strength and conditioning. And I think that did play a little bit in the fight. I wasn't strong enough, and sometimes, you know, just to man up and stand up. But I noticed with Joe Riggs and Ben, you know, they're so strong. They can just because they're athletic, sometimes they can get away with stuff. So I've worked on becoming more of an athlete. Given it's had to be nothing but my legs at the moment because my shoulder. I'm still doing my chest, back, and all that, but unfortunately, when I'm on operation, I'm going to have 6 weeks of deterioration on the shoulder. I have to work. That won't take long to come back, only a couple of months. But I've been working to be a complete athlete. I'm sorting my diet out a little bit better than before, only a little bit.
Does that mean we're saying goodbye to the old Rosie?
No.
Okay. Sorry.
Right, fuck's the old Rosie.
Who do you think you are, man?
We're in the cider.
It's like a strong cider. Not like you'd know.
Gives me a headache.
Probably drink like what? It's like shandy or something.
Baby Sam.
I do drink lager top.
Ugh. Carlin, man.
Well, whatever. Skull. What's the cheapest in Amster?
You tight twat. Fucking hell, whatever next.
It's either that or special brew, so.
I'll lend you some money to get some drink. Bloody hell. That's tight.
All these promises, yeah. Promises. And again, we've got this recorded. Hey,
Got it all recorded.
when are you back? When are you going to be able to step back? I would presume the new year is, or are you hoping before then?
Before that, I'm hoping before that, like way before that. I mean, it's only, I think they reckon 6 weeks. After the operation, it takes 6 weeks before I can use it again. And I mean, they reckon I could literally fight after the 6 weeks. They reckon the recovery's going to be that quick. And I'm still young, they reckon, so that makes a big advantage. And I've got good guys around me for rehab. I don't reckon it'll take too long.
When's the surgery scheduled for?
I've not got a date yet. I've got on the 28th of this month, so like next week sometime, I've got to have an injection in my shoulder with dye, and then I've got to have another MRI scan done because they found something else wrong with it. After the post-fight MRI, they found something else afterwards on another separate MRI. So they'll find out soon. But it's pretty bad. It's hanging on. It's only because I've got loads of muscle around it and strong as fuck. That was even in the same place.
That's real. Yeah, it's hard to take an interview of you seriously.
Can you still spar then? Because I noticed there was a photo of you sparring with Luke Barnett.
Still throw down. No mercy in this dojo. Yeah.
So no future opponent in Luke Barnett, and being as you spar with him every now and then.
He's good, Luke, as well. He's good. He's good for me. I like the idea of having to train with Luke Barnett. If we have to fight, we have to fight, but I doubt it.
Who'd win?
What?
Who'd win?
You know, be easy. Kick his ass, knock him out.
I'm not even going to say Luke, is it?
It's a fight that certainly, if the UFC start to do more territorial kind of European shows, it's a fight that one day is going to make sense. You would have thought.
Even though we train together now, we meet up like once. Well, I've only trained with him twice so far, but we've been meeting up because we meet up halfway at Dean Amonsinger's gym, and we do a load of sparring there. I'll give you one thing: he is the most awkward person in the world because of his length. It's like you have to cover twice the distance to get close to him and fire some fucks into him anyway. He's so long. It's like, oh, been hit again. I can't even see him. I think it's speck in the distance and he manages to hit you. Deceivingly strong as well for being so tall.
Well, I think that's the thing that he's probably showcased in his last two fights that perhaps people didn't realize he had, which is a bit of power as well. I still think in the UK middleweight landscape, it's a fight that it's only a couple of years away. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen soon.
Yeah, I've seen some rankings the other day, and I didn't think I was even in them. 10. I thought, fucking hell, Luke Barnett was second, and I was like 13th or something.
That weren't ours, were it?
Guys didn't even know were like higher than me. Like, who's that? Even though you fought. It's like 0-3, and he's higher than me. And I was like, oh, bloody hell, luckily I don't care about the. Hello?
Hello.
Sorry about that.
If you didn't want to talk to us, mate.
Can you press the video thing there?
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you, but we can't see you. You've got to have to press the video button.
Wait, I'm pressing the little video camera now. Video camera. Front camera. Boom.
Hey!
There you go. Yeah, and I guarantee you he's going to ring back again. That's a dick. I said, don't ring me because I got an interview, and he rang me straight away. So he's going to ring back again. Such dick.
That's not Riggs, is it? It's not Diesel.
I wouldn't say that about him in case you heard it. In case you come after me, he is such a badass. It's unreal.
Who was it? Who rang you?
Got my mate John Forrester. We're off to the pub in a minute. And I get a nice Sunday roast.
But just Diet Coke and stuff though, yeah? No alcohol.
Why not?
You're an athlete.
So what, and athletes don't drink? Maybe Olympic athletes, you know. They don't have to drink, they're soft.
But they're amateurs, aren't they?
Yeah.
Olympic athletes, by their very definition, are amateur.
Yeah. Actually, I have trained with some Olympic athletes. They are pretty dedicated.
I can imagine.
I don't think they have the odd beer every now and then like I do. But all the fighters and that, all of them did in America. They all have beers all the time. Some of the best athletes I've ever seen, apart from Benson, because he doesn't drink.
You don't drink?
No, man of the cloth, isn't he? Doesn't. None of that. Jesus didn't drink beer.
No wine, though. Surely.
No, that was his blood.
No, he turned water into wine for people. He condoned alcohol. Christ, he was like, drink this, drink that.
He does not drink it in the name of the Lord. Right? If you want to take him down and
well, you know, we'd ask to help. We'd ask you to help us set us up with that. But we know from experience.
a chance.
We're still waiting on Joe Riggs.
We haven't got a chance. I think Benson would love us.
He would, yeah.
So
yeah.
why can't you work your role model magic?
Don't mention you're Canadian, you might get a chance.
Oh man, really?
The Americans really belittle the Canadians for some reason.
Yeah, it's because they're not the sharpest people,
Yeah. I'll pass that message on.
Yeah, well done. We'll get that interview now.
Well,
They'll get your interview.
We'll get GSP instead. That's fine.
I was actually training with a guy up from your way, mate. God, he's fighting Alan Johnson soon.
Yeah.
He's from Rough House.
Oh, Craig Turner.
Yes, I was swam with him. He was really good.
Yeah, Duffer.
What do you call him?
That's his fight name, Duffer.
Why, is he thick or something?
No, he just stuffed people up.
Stuffs people up.
Oh, yeah, sorry, man. I was like, was he stupid or something? No, he was really good.
Yeah.
I went sparring with him and he was really, really good, and I was trying to help him out. Because I was actually matched up with Alan Johnson myself, like a couple of years back, for on top promotions.
Yeah.
I said I watched loads of his fights. You know, I said I can help you out a lot, and I went with him. He was really, really good. Typical
Also,
Rough House.
you've been up to Rough House training then?
No, that would he come down here. Come down to Dean Hamilton's gym.
Oh, right, okay.
I will go up Rough House one day though.
I got to ask about Dragon's Lair because I think you're still the only pro that they've got. Is there going to come a point where, for your own sort of growth, that you might have to cut those ties, or is that going to be somewhere you're affiliated with forever?
Yeah, probably be affiliated with forever, seeing it's the only club in my town. But I do. But in the day, you see, is when I do my training myself. See, I'll go help everyone else out at night, and I'll train with some of the guys I know, the better guys. But in the day, I'll go off to boxing gym, wrestling gym, jiu-jitsu gym. I'll go off sparring with Dean, and that's when I get all my hard training in. Or do my hard conditioning in another town as well. I don't do anything in Melksham apart from teach. I go down and teach. But there is a guy I'm training with at the moment called Ashley Westover, and he's a beast. I've took him to a lot of pro gyms, and he's kicked ass like savagely. Heavyweights as well.
And when can we expect? He sort of fights on the Dragon's Lair cards.
Yeah, but he's going to be pro at the end of the year. We're holding him back a little bit, and then we're going to unleash him on the beasts. But he wrestles about 4 times a week. With so he's like the only guy in England that wrestles. Yeah. So he wrestles like 4 times a week with that Ismaili Wrestling, who used to coach at Leon Rattigan and all of that lot. And then he boxes as well. It's the only weakness he's got is jiu-jitsu. But he stays so tight when he's on the floor anyway, it's hard to submit him.
I spoke to Leon Edwards as well, the guy whose eye you cut.
Oh, he's sick.
Yeah. Did you watch his fight on Bama?
Yeah. He's like one of the best guys I've ever sparred with. Yeah, he was good. Yeah, I watched him. He fought Wayne Murray, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't go the way I thought it was going to go. I thought he was going to actually catch Wayne Murray and knock him out.
That's what he was aiming for. He told us he wanted to try and egg kick him, knock him out, but
it wasn't his kicks I was scared of. It was so quick.
Yeah.
His ground game is really explosive on the floor. I took him down. He popped straight back up in about 10 seconds. Yeah. He was beating me. It was only when I cut his eye, I walked away with my hand raised. Ref stoppage. That guy inspiring. Yeah, he was good, mate. He was super good.
Well, he spoke highly of you as well. He said that he didn't get enough time to spar with you.
Mm-mm. And that was...
Hello?
That's what I mean. They're ringing me left, right, and centre. Wankers, aren't they? They know.
It's not easy being a social butterfly and universally adored.
Because I'm popular and I got friends, isn't it?
Is that must be what
That's
it's
why
like.
no one rings me.
Yeah. Look, before we let you go, mate, because we appreciate your time. It seems like it's going to be too long before you step back in the cage for us. What are you going to do to keep busy, and do you have any events that you're going to be attending that you can tell us about?
I'm going to attend all the local shows. I attend all the local shows I attend anyway. I go to all of them to see all the local talent. Like I say, I'm helping that Ash get ready for his next couple of fights. He's got 2 coming up. My brother's got a fight coming up as well. He's fighting a really good jiu-jitsu guy, so probably turn out the same way he did for his brother. Get gouged to death. Who else? That's about it, I think. Yeah, I think that Trojan Fit's got another beginner to winner coming up. They're pretty good to watch. The Trojan Fit guys, they're brilliant. It's like 2 guys that never fought before. You give them 8 weeks of training, and they savage each other in 3 rounds. Oh, it's brilliant.
Do they wear the pads on that? Because we have something like that locally up here called White Collar MMA. But they wear shinners and head guards.
Oh, no, these are just boxing. They wear head guards and boxing gloves, and they just go for it. It's brilliant.
And before we let you go, it's always the question we ask: is there anybody you want to give a shout out to? Anybody you'd like to thank? Any sponsors for sticking with you and putting up with you, essentially?
All right, then. So Gary Cross, obviously get him out of the way straight away. Bad Boy for all my gear and stuff. Trojan Fit for all my personalised fitness equipment, which is brilliant. Dragon's Lair. Funky Guns. What's that? Teeth. Cal. Fuck's sake. KSP. God. Cal Side Partnership. That's my nutrition company. They sponsor me. KSP.
Westons aren't sponsoring you yet.
Who aren't?
Westons?
Oh, yeah, right. I've been pushing that so hard, they have none of it.
We'll get on that for you, mate.
Every now and then on Twitter, I retweet some what they do, and then I start like a little thread, and then I don't even get a like. So they can, God. I've been looking at lilies lately.
Alright, lilies, right. We'll get on to them instead.
Start hassling them. I've been a loyal customer to Westons for years as well. It's savage.
Smuggling Duds.
What else?
You still with them? Smuggling Duds, are you still with them?
Oh yeah, thanks Smuggling Duds as well. Yeah, they're good. I'm wearing them right now.
Right.
I'm wearing them right now.
No one's going to ask you to prove it, I'm afraid. Alright, there is. There's something. Oh, come on. Thank you.
Smuggling Duds, always proving it. Oh, sore throat, God. Oh. Who else you had on lately? Anyone interesting?
Well,
we're going to interview Panny in a minute.
Panicky and Sad.
Panicky and Zad.
Oh yeah, who else?
We've interviewed Brad Wheeler, Nad Naramini. We've got Kurt Warburton, Stevie Ray.
Stevie Ray's good as well.
Yeah, we got a few.
Is Narimani down your way?
Yeah, he trains with us, yeah.
Yeah, we just spoke to him as well.
Oh, he's brilliant. How'd you get on with it? He got right Bristolian accent, didn't he?
Yeah, we've seen quite a lot of Nad's fights because he fought on the local show here before he went Cage Warrior. So he's a good lad.
Yeah, he has Ronnie Mann in his corner. The thing is, you look at him, he's like, oh yeah, he's Arabic. You wait until get ready to break down his speech, and then that Bristolian accent. Oh God, I wish he was Arabic, sort of thing, don't you?
What did you think to Ronnie Mann's fight?
Oh, I was gutted. I really like Ronnie. That's who I train with, you see, at wrestling, like twice a week. And I really thought he was going to win. I think the only thing is that no one was expecting that guy to have as good hands and be as aggressive as he was with his hands. That's the only difference. I mean,
also, the fact he didn't cut the last 2.2 kilo probably helped keep a bit of energy.
Being that much heavier probably does make a difference when you're on top of you. Yeah, Ronnie's asked for a rematch. I'm sure he'll get it, and I'm sure he'll finish him quite convincingly.
Nad was saying that he's had a gastro problem going into that fight.
Yeah, he had. I remember he was saying he had something wrong with his stomach, and he felt really weak and really bad before his fight. And apparently he's had this before. He's had it a couple of times, and he's got to go and see a specialist to get it sorted out. Apparently he's had a bad stomach, and it's affecting his fighting, so he really needs that sorted out. Yeah. Bless him.
You know, it's always fun catching up with you, mate. I hope the surgery happens sooner rather than later, and we see you back in the cage soon. But as soon as you have any news, let us know.
Yeah, I always let you bummers know, don't you? You'll be one of the first to know. Oh, well, now it's time to go to the pub, innit? Get a couple of bevies,
Yeah, it's alright. Some of us got work to do.
Diet Cokes. Yeah, it's Sunday night. Jesus' day of rest, isn't it?
Why are you making me podcast?
I
on
don't
a
believe
Sunday?
in God, mate, so I don't.
Yeah, well, why? But when it comes to Sunday, I do.
You certainly believe in the roast dinner and the 2 pints of cider that comes with it.
And when Easter comes about, I've never known the story at the back of my hand about Easter reincarnation and shit. I tell you. I know all of that when it comes to it. Christmas Day, birth of our Saviour. Do you know what I mean?
And are you going to thank him in the cage next time?
Oh,
No.
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 Don't do that.
Nah.
Fred, thanks so much for your time, mate. It's
No
always a
problem,
pleasure.
that's the kid.
Cheers, pal.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, let bummers. Have a good one.
You too. Hey!